Hello everyone, I'm Stacy, the 911 Stitcher. Welcome to my cross-stitching channel. Today is May 1st, Friday, 2020, and this is video number 32. Happy StitchMaynia, everybody. For those that are participating like me, I did a parade last week of some starts and some whips that I'm going to be stitching on for StitchMaynia. The last couple videos, I believe it was 2 videos ago, I explained exactly what StitchMaynia is. So I wanted to say good luck, everybody, and I can't wait to follow all of your progress on Instagram and Flosstube, and it's going to be a fun month. So the good news for those that aren't doing StitchMaynia is that this video is not about StitchMaynia. So anyway, I've had several people ask me about myself. If you get a chance to watch video 1, it is still posted. It tells you all about my career, tells about a little bit about me and an injury I had that I'm still recovering from. For those of you that have been following me, I am doing better. My surgery was mid-March, and I think I can take some baby steps now. It is 6 weeks, so I'm supposed to be able to start taking some baby steps. I talked to the doctor in a couple of days. Actually, it's next week, so I'm going to ask him about maybe trying to do the exercise bike. He mentioned that about week 8. So we'll see what he says next week, and I'm not going to do anything until I talk to him. I am still on crutches. So, but a little bit about me. I will tell you just a second, just a few minutes about me. I live in Southern California. That was a question I had. Where am I from? I live in Southern California. I'm about, to give you an idea, about 45 minutes, maybe northeast or east of Disneyland. So I grew up in California and I don't like it. Even when I was a kid, I didn't like it. I'm a cold weather girl. I love the cold. I was based for 3 years in Anchorage when I worked for the airlines years ago, and I loved it. I love the cold. So anyway, a little bit more about me. I'm married. I have 2 beautiful German Shepherds that are behind me, 3 cats. I have 8 birds, finch, cockatiel, and a parakeet, and 1 angry turtle who's always, he's never happy. But my career, I spent 27 years in law enforcement. The last 20 was spent as a 911 dispatcher for a very large city here in Southern California. We were very busy. There was a lot of drama, and I'm happy to say that I'm glad to be away from it. My husband was a police officer. He was an investigator for the same city, but we did not meet at work. We tell everybody we met online. He friended me on Facebook, and we just started talking. He knew of me. I knew of him. But it was funny that I worked with him for, at the time, 16 years, and I didn't know who he was. I didn't have a reason to go into his bureau. So he investigated all fatal and major traffic accidents. So that was his job for the last, he's been an officer for 34 years. He just retired this past October. And I was wondering what, my shepherd's making noise. Anyway, so we're both in law enforcement, and that's why I call myself the 911 Stitcher. But if you want more information, check me out. My very first video will tell you that I was with Huntington Beach Police for 7 or 8 years. LAPD, I was with them for 3. I had a terrible injury. That's why I have all these surgeries. Next surgery is in October. It will be surgery number 11, and it is primarily on the right knee and the hips. So the injury was just really bad, and leaving LAPD was the most heartbreaking thing I have ever done in my whole life. I loved every single day I was there, including the police academy. It was just a blast. I was more than ready, and I actually spent 2.5 years with tactical officers in the academy, volunteer with Los Angeles Police until they hired me and put me at the front desk of Harbor Division. And I spent time up there getting ready for the academy. So it was the best days of my life, but I got hurt really bad. And like I said, I'm now getting ready. Well, October, the one I just had was surgery number 10. So that's a little bit about me. Because I was not able to be an officer after my injury, I had to pick something inside. So I transferred to Anaheim, and I was there for 20 years. And that's it. That's my story. 911 dispatcher, and that's it. So let me go ahead and get started with the video. Like I said, I wanted to give a little bit of an introduction because I've had a lot of new subscribers. Welcome. And that's a little bit about me. And I travel a lot. So several of the videos, if you want to go back in December, there was a video called StitchMaynia. It was so fun. My very good friend Jean and I flew to the Netherlands for a retreat and spent an entire week in the Netherlands with some amazing people. Check out that video, StitchMaynia. It's a lot of fun. I've also traveled all over the Western United States. I've brought you to a couple different CrossStitch shops. So traveling is a big part of my life. And so stick with me, join me, because as soon as these CrossStitch shops open and hotels open and everything else, my husband and I are going to be on the road to check out new CrossStitch stores. Well, I will be. He'll be checking out golf courses. And we'll be traveling again, and hopefully I'll get to take you to some places in different countries. We travel. My friend Jean and I found a CrossStitch store in Dubai when we were there last April. We didn't get a chance to stop, but we had plans to go back this November, but that trip got canceled. So all over the world, I'll take you. And if you want to stay on the journey, then stick with me and we'll have some fun. Birthday news. There's a big birthday coming up. I'm going to do birthdays before they happen, I think. So that way I want to make sure I never forget. But my very good friend Daleen, she's a Flosstuber. She is so grateful, S-E-W, grateful. And her birthday is May 6th. My good friend, I wish you the happiest birthday, and I'll be thinking of you that day. I will be talking to you that day. Daleen has contacted me every single day of my surgery, since my surgery, and made sure I was doing okay and stuff. So I really appreciate her a lot. Okay, how about some cross-stitch news and some cross-stitch adventures? New releases. I always do new releases. I try to. News, things that caught my eye, different things. So as far as new releases, there's been some really good stuff. I want to say thank you to all of those who have sent me a message, how much they love this section. I do have several people. One of them is actually a Flosstuber who is not on social media. So she sent me a message and said, thank you so much for showing these, because I'm not on Instagram and I'm not on Facebook and, this stuff. So I appreciate that a lot. And it makes it worth putting this section in my videos. So, okay, let's talk new releases. We have several from Plum Street. If you guys didn't get a chance to see the ones online that are coming out really soon, check these out. They're beautiful. There is a new constellation. And we also have Liberty Lodge. And then also by Plum Street, we have My Peaceful Home. These are beautiful. I love Plum Street samplers. They're one of my favorites. I have a finish up here. Hello Fall was one of my favorites. Hello Winter is the next Plum Street that I want to do. Long May She Wave. If you guys follow Priscilla Blaine and her adventures with her beautiful charts that she creates, I'm going to show this one because I happen to be it was either her blog that I looked at, where she mentioned that this would be released to stores or be arriving in stores around May 4th, I think she said, but I wanted to show it because it's so beautiful. So this is called Long May She Wave. And then as far as some other new releases, we have Catch the Wind by Tempting Tangles. This is really cool because it says it references the Loch Ness Monster, Moby Dick, and Humboldt Red Squid. If you look at it, you can see them in there. And it used the model used dinky dyes, which I've never tried. I'm anxious to hear how dinky dyes are and if people are happy with them. Next, we have With Thy Needle and Thread, Coming to America, The Women of the Mayflower. This is gorgeous. There are some pre-orders I saw, Kitten Stitcher and Linen and Threads. There was a few others. I'm sure there was a lot of your stores. Check with your local needlework shop because I'm sure they're taking pre-orders for that as well. We have next Shannon Christine. She has a website, shannonchristine.com. Check out Stroke of Midnight. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. Hers are DMC threads, Krennic, seed beads, and Swarovski crystal beads. I went to the actual Swarovski plant in Vienna, Austria. It was amazing. It was one of the most amazing places I've ever been. They had this woman sitting in a swing. As soon as you go up, if I can find a picture, I don't know if I'll be able to find that picture, so I don't think I'll insert it, but I'll look for it and maybe I'll have it for a future video. But that Swarovski, I have a hard time saying that. The crystal factory in Vienna is something else. Anyway, this woman's sitting in a swing. She's not real. She's made of crystals. She is covered in crystals. She's got this fan of it looks like a peacock feather in the back, and her swing is swinging back and forth. Questions. I had a few questions on my last video. Georgette asked if there was a reason why I start projects in the upper left-hand corner. You know, it's just a habit. I used to start in the middle. Everything I started in the middle until I started doing the large full coverage heaven and earth designs. I liked starting in the top left. It's just something I prefer. Everybody has their different areas they like to start in. I do like the top left. For stables at Hollyberry Farm, which I'll show in a few minutes, I did start bottom right because I wanted to start on that beautiful red barn, and I didn't want to just do border. You know, I wanted to do a little bit of the picture, you know, the piece and border at the same time. So that was started bottom right, and I'll show you in a minute. Marilee asked, how big is the Mill Hill kit burr? Let me just tell you about this Mill Hill kit. So this is a Mania start, which I don't know what day it's going to be. Probably the end of the month of May, because look what I did. This is, oh my gosh, this made me so mad. So I took the Mill Hill kit out, not to start it, but to separate the floss. This is it. This is Burr. Isn't he cute? By Mill Hill. So like I said, this will be the end of the month for me to start for StitchMaynia. And look what I did. So as I'm separating the floss colors and putting them on floss rings to get it all organized to get ready for StitchMaynia, I set the perforated paper down on a wet piece of, on a table next to me, and it was wet. So when I reached over to grab it, I punched a hole right in the middle of my fabric, right in the middle of my perforated paper. I was so mad. So here's my perforated paper. So I went to 123 Stitch. They had it. I think it was called Antique Brown. I ordered it, and I don't know how long it's going to take to get here. So this will be at the end of the month. The perforated paper was very cheap. You get 2 sheets, and I think it's $4. And they're bigger. They're not as big as this. But anyway, to answer your question, how big is burr? This paper that they sent is only 6 inches around. So 6 inches all the way around. So figure a little bit less than that. And that's going to be him. He comes with a button right here. And then you do a little, looks like a little scarf with the Mill Hill thread. I mean, with the DMC thread. So that'll be a start at the end of the month. Alicia asked, she's going to be stitching. Now, I need your help on this one. She's going to be stitching Hollyberry Farm. Let me show that. That was... Okay, I had to find Hollyberry Farm. So Alicia's question to all of us, which I'm going to need your help on a little bit as far as fabric. Alicia wants to know, she's going to be stitching the Hollyberry Farm stables. And the called for fabric is by R&R Reproductions called Winter Brew. Now she wants to know what would be a good 14 count that she could use that's similar to Winter Brew. 14 count, I'm using Wren by Picture This Plus, W-R-E-N, and I'm happy with it. It does come, I looked on 123 Stitch, it does come in 14 count, so you can try Wren. But if anybody else has some suggestions, put in comments for Alicia and let her know what a good fabric would be. I'm not overly familiar with the R&R Reproduction fabrics. I hear they're amazing. I do have a couple, but I don't have Winter's Brew. So I can't compare some, you know, I don't have a good visual of what it is. So anyway, this is what it looks like. I'm assuming maybe like Picture This Plus sand. What about Legacy or Heartland? I'm wondering if the modeling in Heartland and Legacy would be too much. I think this looks really nice in just in a fabric, on a fabric that isn't modeled too much, because it's so, I don't know if it would take away. So whatever you guys think, maybe put in comments for her and suggest some fabric she could use. 14 count Aida in a color similar to Winter's Brew. Like I said, I'm using Wren, and that does come in 14 count. I'm going to show that in a few minutes when I show my progress on my different whips. Deborah asked, where's a good place to buy fabric that has Lugana and 20 count? Gosh, there's a lot of places. I know some places don't sell 20 count, like Kittens. I get a lot of my fabric from kittenstitcher.com. I don't think she has 20 count. I could be wrong, but I love 20 count. And if I remember right, I don't think I remember seeing it on her website. I love getting it from 123 Stitch. They have lots of different colors for 20 count. They have lots of Lugana. Just put in your search feature 20 count and then the color. And I think I looked last night, if I remember right, I put count 20 space COUNT instead of CT. I don't abbreviate it. Try it with the word. But they have Lugana. They have lots and lots of great stuff. Another website that to me was a hidden gem I used to love. I haven't ordered from them in a while. Sandra's Stitch Stash. They have a website, but not everything's on their website. I always send a message to them or an email and tell them what I'm looking for. They are so great. They're on Facebook, Sandra's Stitch Stash. And one of the main, it's Sandra and Rita Turner. If you look on Facebook, Rita's the one that does a lot of the communicating. Sandra does too. But they're a family owned. They've got great prices. So I've gotten a lot of 20 count from Sandra's Stitch Stash. But again, the website doesn't show everything. If you're looking for something, just shoot them an email and say, hey, I would like to do this chart and I'm looking for something, you know, that would look good with this chart. And they'll help you. They're amazing. They are on Messenger on Facebook and the email as well. Even charts that they don't show on their website, I've emailed them and asked, hey, can you get this blackbird? And they're all over it. So yeah, they're really good. So those are my suggestions for 20 count or Lugana. Terry asked, when I stitch something with the year on it. Okay, this is another question you guys can answer for Terry. It's a great question. When I stitch something that has the year on it, do I stitch the current year or do I stitch what the year shows on the chart? I wish I had pulled out my, I did one last year and I put 2019 and I don't think I have it. I don't have, oh, I know where it's at. It's buried. But anyway, I decided to put the year that I stitched it. So most of the projects I do, I put the year that I stitched it. However, the exception to that for me, I think would be is if I was doing a reproduction sampler, and especially if it was done by a young girl or a child, I want to put the date they did it. So I've seen so many reproduction samplers done by kids and teenagers and stuff that are just amazing. And I want to copy what they did. So I'm going to put the date they did it on that particular project, if that makes sense. But everything else, if I'm doing like a Little House Needleworks or something that shows a date on it, then I'm going to go ahead and put the date of the year that I stitched it. If you guys agree to, you know, it's a good topic. I'd like to know what other viewers think about putting the year on a project. Christy asked, I'm going to show this one too, Miss Cherry Blossoms. What color are her lips? And where are the half stitches? This is a great question because I had to look it up. I mean, the half stitches I was able to find, but the lip color, I couldn't make out the symbol. And once I guess you could finally see the symbol because everybody says, oh, it's on there, it's on there. I couldn't see it. To answer your question, the lips are 601 DMC. And they're outlined in 902. I'm going to show this in a few minutes also because that's one of my projects I worked on. As far as the half stitches on a Mirabilia, a lot of times it's on the skin, around the face, the hands. There's not a lot, just a few, and I've heard some people don't do them. I've heard some do. I do. I don't, even on Ada, it's easy. You just pierce a hole right in the middle of, say it's a quarter stitch. Go up in the corner and come down in the middle of your square. Just punch a hole and make yourself a hole. And that's what I've done in Miss Cherry Blossoms, because I'm stitching her on 16 count. Ada. Jan asked, will I be stitching Anzac by Long Dog Sampler in all black? Yes, I will. And I'm going to show that because that's my whip. I mean, that's my new start for today for StitchMaynia that I picked. Every day of StitchMaynia, I'm going in and picking a new project. I have them all lined up. I don't know what's inside. I'm just going to grab one and pick it. So this morning, I grabbed my mystery project bag and it was Anzac. So I'm excited to start that. I'll show that in a few minutes too. Okay, giveaway winners. We had 2 giveaways on the last video. I got a duplicate chart of A Quaker's Welcome by Lila's Studio. Isn't that pretty? The winner of this giveaway is Irene Nelson. Congratulations, Irene. My email address is stacer5, STACER number 5 at AOL.com. Irene, you won. Send me an email and I will get you your chart mailed to you. My husband will, since I can't walk. Number 2 was Pansy Fabric. It was this beautiful purple by Picture This Plus. The measurements were inside. You know what? I'll take it out real quick because here we go. This is really pretty. This is 18 by 27. It is 28 count Lugana. And the winner of this, again, it's called Pansy by Picture This Plus, Bonnie Larzelier. Larzelere. Congratulations, Bonnie. Send me an email at stacer5 at AOL.com. I'll send you your fabric. We're going to have 3 giveaways this video. One is a really pretty chart that was sent in by a viewer. Another was a piece of fabric that was sent in by a viewer. And the other fabric I'm going to give you guys, both are Ada, is from me. So anyway, congratulations, winners. I'll get the chart and the fabric out to Irene and Bonnie as soon as I hear from you. Okay, let's talk about some whips I've been working on this week. So I mentioned Miss Cherry Blossom. She is stitched on 16 count pink Ada. I got some good progress done on her. This is what she is going to look like. She's a Mirabilia. She has Krennic beads and embellishments, stitched with DMC floss. And my progress on her, I'm gonna have to probably stand up on one leg, so I might be a little shaky. What I did on progress on her was the bottom part. I just remember the true color is over on, no, it's really hard to get there we go. Pink is the color. So this is my progress on her. I have not done, I'm done with her from the waist up, but I have not finished her as far as back stitching and the beading. So she is just, so what I did, the progress I have on her this week, like I said, the coloring is just so weird in this room. Here's what the progress I did on this. I did here. The thing you can't see until I outline are the pink stitches. There's a lot of pink stitching in here, but here's my progress up in here. I'm going to show it a little bit up close so you can see. It is so pretty. I don't know, the coloring is just so weird. It looks so drab, but they're really bright orange and red, and they just came out really pretty. So anyway, that's my progress on Miss Cherry Blossoms by Mirabilia. I think she's so pretty. And, oh, I forgot to show, I don't think you're going to be able to see her face. The half stitches that I did, no, you're not going to be able to see them, but they just kind of blend in. There's some on her hand. I have not outlined the hand yet, so you can't really see it. But now see, there you get a kind of a better picture of that orange in the dress. Okay, next whip is Autumn Quakers by Rosewood Manor. Isn't that beautiful? I love this. I'm using Valdani thread, which it took some getting used to. They come, if you can see this, in these little balls. Beautiful, beautiful colors, but they come in a ball. And the nice thing is you just pull the thread out and start using it. It's a 3-ply. This is on Vintage Country Mocha. And I got a page 1 finish. So there it is. My progress on Autumn Quakers. I think the fabric is perfect. I'm really happy with it. But anyway, the Valdani threads took some getting used to. I wasn't crazy about them at first, but I got used to them and I really like them now. I would definitely use them again. I don't even remember what took so long to get used to them, but I do remember thinking that I wasn't crazy about them at first. So, but anyway, I like them. I got some more progress done on A Year at Hawk Run Hollow. If you remember, I'm working on that lion. And I've got the first 2 done. This one is on 20 count. We were just talking about 20 count. It's also on Vintage Country Mocha. That is one of my favorite fabrics. And the progress I got on him is there. Isn't he pretty? That lion. These are DMC threads. The only exception is the red is Ribbon Red by, is that Classic Colorworks? I think it's Classic Colorworks. So anyway, that's my progress with the lion. I'm about halfway done with that square and I'm so happy with him. This is one of my favorite projects. Okay. Next we have Hollyberry Stables at Hollyberry Farm. That's the one I showed a few minutes ago. It's being stitched on 32 count Ren. And I'm running out of red, so I had to change. I'm using Cayenne. I think that's Weeks. And I'm really happy with the red. It's so pretty. So here is my progress so far on Stables at Hollyberry Farm by Stacy Nash. It's a little wrinkly, but look at that house. I'm not even halfway done with that house. It's huge, but I'm real happy with the red I chose. And that's it. That border, oh, that orange in the border, the peach. It is called Candy Yams is the name of the floss. I'm so happy with it. Okay, now Mania. I have not stitched on this yet, but my Mania pick for today, which I'll be stitching on all day. And then tonight I'm switching back to A Perfect World by Scarlet House. But this is my this is my pick for Mania Start number 1, Anzac by Long Dog Samplers. And this is the Australia-New Zealand chart with all with the shark and the koala bears. This is just a neat chart. So Mania pick number 1. I'm excited. I am stitching this with Anchor. No, 32 count. I'm using this one. I had some DMC black. I don't like 310 anymore, so I use 403 Anchor, which I think gives better coverage. That's just me. And but this one I did have several blacks I wanted to use, so I'm going to stitch it all in black. Okay, guys, that is it for my whips. I'm going to show you some mail I got. I got some beautiful project bags. I want to tell you about a Flosstuber that's new. She is awesome. She's got like 5 videos already. Her name is Becky. She's become a very good friend of mine. She's in Colorado. Check her out. Her floss tube is called Becky, Gettin Stitchy with it. She sent me a bag. Look at this bag. You guys know how much I love crows and ravens and birds, but look at this gorgeous tassel. Isn't that pretty? Oh, it's a beautiful bag, Becky. Thank you so much. This is going to be for my mill hill. It's a perfect, perfect size for my mill hill. And thank you, my friend. I really appreciate it. So hop on over to Becky Gettin Stitchy with it on Flosstube and give her some love. She's great. She's such a nice person. Another project bag I've gotten several from Ashley Bremer. If you look on, she has Sweetheart. Oh, I should have looked it up. I'll post a picture. Ashley Bremer, she's also on the Stash Unloading site, and she sells her project bags. She's also on Instagram, and it's Sweetheart Stitchers, I think. I'll double check. Check her out. She's got beautiful bags, but I bought this one from her. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that little face. I just love this. Her bags are so well made. She gives you some floss tags. But anyway, that's the bag I got from Ashley. I bought another bag. I know this is a surprise to you guys. And this came from StitchToolBox. I believe she's on Etsy. I'm pretty sure I saw her on Etsy. But anyway, here's her information, StitchToolBox. Wait till you guys see the fabric on this bag. Isn't that gorgeous? Absolutely beautiful. And hers came with some tea. I'm a huge tea fan. I love the little sparkle, the little bling they put on it. And I believe this came with it too, the needle minder. Isn't that cute? A wood needle minder. I love birds. So thank you, Anna. StitchToolBox on Etsy. Check her out. Let me see if I can show it. The fabric's a little sparkly. It's so pretty. That black. I love the black color black. And one last bag I got from the 805 Stitcher on Etsy. Now, I love books. I'm a book crazy person. I love to read, although I'm in kind of a slump right now as far as reading, but I just started this book called something about bees. It's about this baby they find that has bees on him. I can't think of it. I'll show it next time. But anyway, I love books, and I like watching Flosstubers that talk about books too. So anyway, how perfect is this book? Is this bag? This, I believe, this fabric was designed by Amy Stewart. If you guys know her on Heaven and Earth Designs and her artwork, she does puzzles, fabric, obviously, and it's amazing. So I did find out that this wasn't Amy Stewart. But anyway, this was from Tara, the 805 Stitcher. Isn't that pretty? And she sent a needle minder too. I believe they all come with a needle minder. But isn't that pretty? So yeah, as soon as I saw this bookshelf, I knew I had to have it. So the colors, and because of all the old books and stuff. So thank you, Tara. She's the 805 Stitcher. Okay, I'm going to show a little bit of haul. I mentioned a few videos back. Oh, I got lots of cards. Thank you, everybody, for your cards. I've gotten good get well thank you cards. You guys, thank you so much for thinking about me and sending me a card. I really appreciate that. So I mentioned a couple of videos ago about kittenstitcher.com having an area that is designated for people who send her charts they don't want anymore, or kits they don't want anymore, or maybe they just want to donate to the cause, but it's an animal rescue. If you go onto kittenstitcher.com, there's an animal rescue area. Click on it and go through all the charts. They have charts for $1. They have charts for $3. So I got a couple of different charts off of the animal rescue site. So when you purchase a chart from that particular area, all the proceeds go to her local animal shelter rescue. So from Lindy Stitches, I got Bunny Lace Trio. Isn't that cute? And then all the charts are discounted. And like I said, there's some in there that are $1, some $3, some $12, depending on the chart. So I got this one. And I also got a sampler, which I'll take out because it's a little, this sampler hadn't even been opened yet. It's called Threads of Gold Sampler Reproductions, Lucy Dunning, 1811. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that grass. That is so different. I love that. So that's another one I got off of the website. and the proceeds go to the animal rescue. So anyway, check them out. I thought that was really pretty. I got those 2 charts. Then off of Victorian Rose Needle Arts. I tell you what, I am so happy with them. They're the ones I told you in the video before last. I placed a large order with them. They had that order out that day. Was it that day or the next day? Either way, they sent me a confirmation that says we're packaging it up now. It was shipped the next day. Victorian Rose Needle Arts. I believe they're in Florida. And there was one chart they didn't have. So they said, we'll get this to you ASAP. And they kept in contact with me. Hey, your chart's now on the way. It was on back order. I got it within a few days. I couldn't believe it. So I am just so happy with them. Plum Street Sampler, the Addams family. Look at that. I'm really happy with that. But Victorian Rose Needle Arts, I tell you what, they are amazing customer service and quick shipping. So anyway, Plum Street Samplers, the Addams family. And another one I got from a different website. I don't remember which one. This is called All Dolled Up by Little House Needleworks. I love Raggedy Ann. I mentioned that on a video last time that I love Raggedy Ann. That'll be a Christmas ornament. So I got her and the soldier. I think that's really cute. I can't remember if I showed you guys this one by Tralala Dose Nuit. Yeah, I think I did show you guys now that I think about it. Isn't he cute? That's really cute. By Tralala. Another one, I can't remember again if I showed you guys already. Erica Michaels. I'm a huge Christmas Carol fan. My favorite movie that I watch year-round is A Christmas Carol with George C. Scott. The story of Tiny Tim, and it's just my favorite movie. So I will watch this all year round. This is by Erica Michaels. It is called Ebenezer's Christmas. Isn't that neat? I don't have my glasses on, so I can't read what it says. But what I like about this chart, it shows a darker fabric, and then on the back, it shows it on a light color fabric. Here's my glasses. I will honor Christmas in my heart and try to keep it all the year. He knew how to keep Christmas well. God bless us, everyone. And that's Tiny Tim's famous last words in the movie. God bless us, everyone. So anyway, I really like that one. I'll show one more, 2 more. Plum Street Sampler, A Shepherd's Song. Again, I can't remember if I showed you this or not, but isn't that gorgeous? This was actually a birthday gift from somebody, a friend of mine, by Plum Street. Last but not least, I'll show you Barbara Anna Designs, the Snooty Parrot Sampler. Hopefully you can see it through the paper, but the Snooty Parrot, look at those two parrots. Isn't that beautiful? I love my birds, so it's got birds and animals, and this is right up my alley. And that beautiful house down below. I'm starting to get into samplers that have a different type of house. I ordered one that's on its way. It's almost like a temple. And I love red houses. I love that red house. I think it's beautiful. But I'm really liking samplers with a different type of like colonial house or mansion, temples. I saw one. It was by Just Nan. And it's called Silkwood something or another. I wish I had the picture, but the house is beautiful. It's a little bit different. I think that's the one I'm thinking of. But anyway, there's so much greatness out there. I want it all. Okay, how about giveaways for this video? I have 3 of them. So anybody that wants some Ada, I did Lugana last time, or I did the 28 count last time. This video is for you, or these giveaways are for you. So 16 count Murky. This, I don't know the size of the fabric. It's not very big, so it's a small size. Giveaway number 1, your question. Remember, I have my book of questions, and I pick some crazy question that you have to answer. Name something you check on every day. Now, we all know we check on our animals, and we check on kids, and we check on that kind of stuff. Tell me something kind of different what do you check on every day? And I'll have some answers for you next week. This is Murky by Picture This Plus. It is 16 count. And like I said, the size isn't huge. It's probably maybe 12 by maybe 17, might be a little smaller. So if you'd like a piece of Murky, 16 count, this is giveaway number 1. Giveaway number 2 is another piece of Aida, and it is 18 by 21 in size. It's 18 count Aida. You know what? I don't want this whole big thing open. It is Stormy Cloud. I was able to get another piece of Stormy Cloud for you guys. Isn't that pretty? And again, 18 count Aida. If you're interested in this, this is giveaway number 2. Giveaway number 3 was sent in by a viewer. It's beautiful. I've seen a picture of this somewhere stitched up, and it's so much prettier stitched up. Antique Tin Tiles by Rosewood Manor. So I want to say thank you to the person that mailed me this as a giveaway for you guys. It's called Antique Tin Tiles. I'm going to show it real close so you guys can see the chart. The lettering at the bottom. It's gorgeous. Remember, you can always change your floss. You don't have to choose this color. But anyway, that's up for grabs. Number 3 chart, Antique Tin Tiles by Rosewood Manor. So if you're interested in this, your question, name something you check on every day. I'm going to have some answers for you next week. Because like I said, everybody knows we check on kids and dogs and our animals. Think of something kind of unique. Something you check on every day that you think maybe someone else might not. We'll see what your answers are. Those are going to go in comments below. Tell me which giveaway you're interested in. If you want to enter for multiple, just say I'm interested in 1 and number 3. Or I'm interested in the charts and the Murky fabric. 16 count for Murky. Stormy Cloud was 18 count. Both are Aida. Okay guys, that's it. That's all I have for this week. Happy Stitch Mania, everybody. Good luck with your starts and your progress. I can't wait to follow you all on your floss tubes or your Instagrams. That's all I have. So thank you for joining me. If I'm not back next week, I thought about maybe taking a break and doing the next video in 2 weeks. So if by chance I'm not back, don't be surprised. But more than likely I'm going to shoot for next week and show you my Mania progress. Thanks guys. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.